Yeah, come on in here. Let me monetize this live, child. I know you lying. I know. I know you lying. You mean to tell me y'all out here harassing Americans, harassing brown folks? I mean, just wreaking havoc on the United States of America. But y'all ain't getting paid? Did y'all read the contract? Please tell me y'all read. Did y'all read the contract, child? You got to be kidding and shitting me. Wow. Let me pull it up. Our girl Tabitha speaks. But are you kidding me? You mean to tell me y'all, if some of them ain't got paid, some of them ain't got insurance. But wait a minute though, didn't the big ugly bill pass last year sometime and y'all still ain't got paid? Y'all out there working for free? Huh? I know y'all got to be somebody lying. Y'all ain't getting paid? Or is it just some of y'all not getting paid? I mean, damn. You really got to be stupid that you can't get your insurance over there on Reddit. Now let me give y'all Tabitha's you mean to tell me that y'all can't get y'all insurance? What? Now that don't make no sense. Where's the money at? Oh, Lord have mercy. Where's the money? Where y'all money at? Why y'all these people? You mean to tell me y'all are running around here acting like Billy badasses and y'all ain't even got y'all check? Now I have. I wanna laugh at y'all and I have laughed at you. Now what about those $50,000 sign on bonuses? So y'all don't get that right up front. Y'all only get that you get $10,000 per year. But I'm talking about y'all regular paycheck. Y'all ain't getting no They on Reddit telling it. Then some of y'all ain't got your insurance. Y'all got sick children, and y'all can't even take your child. You can't even take your child to the hospital and to the doctor and things. What the money? Didn't the so called big beautiful bill gave them 75 billion or either $75 million, and you mean to tell me y'all ain't getting paid? Where the money going? Y'all know this is unprecedented. I don't usually come on twice in one day. Y'all ain't getting paid down to the ice, down to the Homeland Security. Well, maybe all those cosplay costumes that Christian on been wearing, maybe that's where you check it. Have y'all asked them people for y'all money? Have you asked the government where is y'all paycheck at? Have y'all asked? Y'all up there in Minnesota in sub-zero weather harassing people, but you ain't got a paycheck. God almighty no. I mean pimping. Y'all basically hoes out in these streets. Y'all have y'all heard this? This ain't the first time I heard this though. Ain't that a shame? Poor ICE people ain't getting paid. Y'all ain't getting no paycheck. Why? Yeah, why y'all ain't ask Daddy Dumpy Pants and he done went off on Caitlin Collins, whose ain't ever cold. Hey, Slick and Slake. Oh my God, I can't. Now, look, what's not funny is that anybody that has earned a paycheck, they need to be getting paid. They do. They should be getting paid, even though they demons. But I mean, it's not. It's more than two that have complained about not getting a paycheck. Them folks got bills too. Now that's a shame. That's crazy. Have y'all asked where your money at? Mm, mm, mm. Where these folks' money? And if you earn a wage, if you've been out here working, you don't put the time in, you should get paid. Whether you part of the American Gestapo or not. But what made me feel bad is that one of them has a child that's sick and insurance ain't kicked in yet. Wow. That's all I want. I just had to come back on here and say that because that was unbelievable. Y'all, I did get my new I went and picked up my new black girl vitamins. I You mean to tell me y'all out there working and ain't got paid? Some of them said it's been a month and they still haven't got paid. A month? Huh? You been working a month and you ain't got paid yet. That can't be. Is this? That can't be true. This. I mean, a month and you still haven't got paid. Can y'all believe this shit? I'm sitting here in disbelief. Y'all don't believe. Okay, y'all don't believe. Mm. Let me see if it's gonna. Hey, Candy Cane. This don't make no damn sense. Look at this one. ICE employees vent on Reddit saying they are not getting paid and still no insurance despite promises. Staff claim promised bonuses and insurance have failed to materialize, with some reporting they cannot afford medical care for sick children. Oh, dang. This one said, been here for about 2 months, still waiting for my health insurance. Is anyone having that issue as well? I chose BCBS Basic. MSS told me they don't know how long it'll take, and I have a sick daughter with no insurance. The promises the U.S. government gave to ICE applicants. Prospective ICE applicants are recruited with the promise of competitive federal salaries and comprehensive benefits package. Salaries vary by role and experience, but generally follow the federal uh, GS or the federal general schedule. Some somebody said, anyone getting the bonus yet? Don't expect much. It's like $6,000 after taxes, and they put it in the regular paycheck, so you end up paying about 4 to 5K in taxes on one check. Somebody else said didn't even get paid yet. This don't make no sense. Officers can receive administratively uncontrollable overtime pay, which adds approximately 25% to base pay for law enforcement duties. Girl, wow. Man, Monday is four. Hold on. Man, Monday is 4 weeks since I started, and I haven't been paid yet. The crying emoji. Wow. Y'all seen it? This is crazy. Y'all ain't getting paid. And then your bonus, mm, I guess that no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on all that shit. That don't help y'all because these are bonuses. And then y'all got to pay. They didn't even do that to us in the army when we enlisted and signed up under certain MOSs. They didn't even do that to. Don't y'all feel stupid? This is crazy. And then if you go out here and you gun somebody down, you're going to jail because see, y'all don't have immunity like he do. Now, if the state prosecute y'all ass, you ain't gonna get no federal pardon. You do know that, don't you? They only top flight security. That's crazy, bruh. I mean, that y'all ain't even getting paid. I heard the other day that the National Guard. This ain't funny. It ain't funny. I heard the National Guard was out up there in D.C. shoveling snow because they've been getting in trouble, and they keep them out of trouble. They can't pick up paper, so they shoveling snow. Don't y'all feel humiliated? Cause I'm like, damn. We ain't hear no more updates on that. Y'all know the female National Guards woman, she died, but no updates on the male National Guardman. They don't care about them people. And you know what they can do? You know, if you stay deployed over 30 days, they have to give you hazardous duty pay. Have they been giving y'all that? You know, you're supposed to get when you get deployed. I don't know if y'all know that or not. O'Connell's or right here in the States, you are supposed to get hazardous duty pay if you get deployed. Did y'all know that? I bet some of y'all didn't even know that. How long y'all been up there in DC now? I mean, when y'all first went up there and out there in California, y'all was sleeping on the floor. They ain't even have hotels for you. I mean, really. I mean, oh, Jesus, this don't make no sense. These people. I mean, but you know, National Guard, they. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't go AWOL when I got deployed in 2003, because my unit will have came back by the time when you go AWOL, that's 5 years. Now, granted, I still could have got killed, but I was like, hell, my unit will be back before I even finish serving my term or my time in Fort Leavenworth. But these people, y'all ain't this ain't the military. Y'all don't have to put up with this shit. And then if you do something and you take a life, an American citizen, and they got videos and it's showing that you in the wrong because y'all are gonna be prosecuted. So that means you done took an American citizen life. You ain't getting paid. Is it worth it? I wouldn't even say it. I wouldn't even. It's not worth it. I wouldn't say this is worth it. And then y'all have to hide y'all face because y'all don't want to get doxxed. And here's the thing: what happened with the National Guard, the man and the woman up in Washington D.C. I think I want to say it was either October or November. They got two National Guardsmen got shot, and the female National Guardsman, she died. And I don't know what happened to the male National Guardsman. They never did say if he made it, through his injuries or not. But and that man went from Washington State to Washington D.C. Mm-hmm. You said what they lying about now? Your favorite nightmare. They said over there on Reddit, they telling them boys is telling the story that they ain't getting paid. ICE. They ain't getting paid. They ain't getting their insurance. One of them got a sick daughter and can't get no insurance. And why y'all ain't paying them people? I'm taking my vitamins. I told y'all. Why y'all not paying them people? I know. I just got through watching it. Ain't that terrible? I mean, I know they feel like damn fools for real. I wouldn't do it. Like I said, when I got deployed in 2003, and I found out because I was gonna go AWOL because I had Ashlyn and Cameron. Ashlyn was 3, and Cameron was 1, going on 2. Going AWOL gets you put in Fort Leavenworth for 5 years, and I was like, hell, the deployment ain't nothing but a year. If I make it back, I made it back. Thank God. But this right here, y'all ain't even got to do this. Well, that's a shame. I just had to come and let y'all know. Oh boy, them boys and ICE ain't getting paid. You know why they ain't get paid? You know where their money going? To them uniforms and to the masks and them souped up trucks and Christy Nome's cosplay uniforms and her 2 airplanes that she jets across the United States. And that's where y'all check at. That's where it's at. Y'all need to ask them folks for y'all money. That's a shame. Well, let me get up here so I can take the rest of my medicine. I went and did my little 1 mile, well, short of a mile. And then I had to stop by the mailbox and pick up my, it's going in their pockets. Wow. We will stop me. It's a shame. I feel bad for them, kinda. Especially that the one that said he got a sick daughter. Let me say something about sick children. I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about it. So I post on Instagram all the time, and I see Ashlyn's post. So I didn't know Lola Falana had I guess she died from complications of having MS. And Ashlyn said something to the fact that she doesn't know who's gonna care for her. Now y'all know me and Ashlyn ain't been speaking because Ashlyn had been disrespectful. So I set some boundaries, and she don't like these boundaries. But what made me angry at the post, and y'all have seen Ashlyn go batshit crazy on here. Every 3 to 6 months, Ashlyn goes crazy over MS. And I know she's fearful. I know she's fearful. But I cannot live in the realm of, oh my God, my child's gonna die. I can't think like that day in and day out. We all gonna leave here. And she don't know if she gonna died because of complications from MS. Ashlyn is on a good medicine, and her MS symptoms have not moved forward. But every 3 to 6 months, I go through this with that child about MS and her thinking MS just gonna take her out. Now, here's the thing. Number one, if I could take Ashlyn's illness on my body and leave her foot loose and fancy free, y'all know I would have been done that. But and I know she's got MS, but I cannot live in my head. I already got PTSD. I can't think every day my child's gonna die from MS. I can't live like that. Or the one little righteous section of mine that I have left, I wouldn't hold on to it. And then when she posted that on Instagram, I was like, now wait a minute. You got your father, you got me, you got two brothers, and you got a sister. Well, two sisters. One of them is a stepsister. You have people that are going to fight like hell, but staying in that toxicity. And y'all have seen her. For those of y'all been on my channel anytime, y'all have seen Ashlyn cuss God and just be about ready to lay down and die. I can't be cursing God because you have been afflicted with MS. I refuse to. Because God is still good whether she has MS or not. Ashlyn's one infusion costs $100,000. Ashlyn's done had two. She gets two infusions a year. This is year 3. Hey, rare treasure. And so, do I look like I got $100,000? Do I look like I got $200,000? So that's how we know God is good, because we don't pay for that medicine. So this is about time. I see both sides. When I was going through testing for cancer, all I could do is think about who's going to look out for my mom if something happened to me. But then I turned it over to the Lord. I miss you. I miss you too. How you been doing? I understand she's frightened and fearful. She's the one suffering with the disease. But me as her mother, I cannot sit there and play her death over and over again in my head. I can't do that. If you got faith, it's just faith of a mustard seed. I'm believing for God and her healing. I know that if God brought me to it, He'd bring me through it. But every time I have to go get my levels checked, I get scared as hell that cancer may have come back. And I understand that. Child, me and this replacement, other things keep me busy, but God. It's just that I think she has more of spiritual warfare trying to make her not believe and presenting doubt on a daily basis. What I'm saying is I can't live. You said hip, both knees replaced. I got the right done, now the left. The only time I saw my mom get scared when we were driving to my surgery. She was strong for me when I kind of needed it. I done been strong. I done been strong. Hell, I hadn't even cried. I think I cried. No, I think I cried one time when she first told me. That was in July 2023. I got here September 2023. Now, here's the problem. Ashlyn doesn't take care of herself like she needs to. She shouldn't be disrespectful to you, but I promise it's her fear. She knows you love her, and if you could take it away. Exactly. But see, Ashlyn got mad when I said I was going to move. she got mad, and then she also got mad when I made her come get Eternal. Mama has to have boundaries. I can't run at 100% no more. I'm 50, and a bitch is tired. Do you understand? Do you understand me? And I have my own ailments. Hmm. I can't be all up all night worried about her dog, and I can't ruminate. I have PTSD and suicidal ideations from my military sexual trauma. I can't ruminate all day long on one subject because I just can't. And so every 3 to 6 months, Ashlyn goes off like this. One thing you will develop if you have children is a prayer life. So maybe I've been slacking and I got to get back on it. But I don't. First, in my first mind was to cuss her out right there on Instagram, but nah, I ain't gonna do that. But you, as moms, I'm learning about my capacity. I understand. That's why I said I see both sides. I'm praying for you both and both of your healing. Thank you. Right, my daughter got mad with me because I made her get her dog too. Lord, what's wrong? Because I have my children are spoiled, and they don't do this with their dads. They don't. I'm the one that they like to get slick at the mouth with, and you know I don't want to go to jail for beating them and hitting them in the mouth. Yoking them up. They ain't able to take all that because they soft. They soft, right? But here's the thing: boundaries. You have to have boundaries. And my kids are upset that I have started to implement boundaries. These grown people, they fucking. So I should, they grown. But I had to implement boundaries so I can receive what I need to receive. And if there's not reciprocity, then we have a problem. I'm your mama, and I will die fighting for you. But you're not gonna disrespect me. And when they call my mother and try and tell on me, the first thing I will tell her, I'll be like, Ruby, do I call you and disrespect you? No. Well, your grandchildren aren't going to disrespect me. It's about boundaries. And then, I mean, these is grown. These children are grown. I'm not babying them no more, or they won't be able to do nothing. Now, I said all this spiel because that whoever that ice person said his daughter is has an illness and he ain't got insurance. That's what made me reminded me of what Ashley done put over there on Instagram. And I understand her being fearful, but I can't live like that. I can't live and I can't ruminate over MS taking her out. Cause to be honest with you, I believe God's gonna do something. He gonna eat if he don't heal her. He's still God. You did. If he don't take it from her body, he's still God. Because he is. I could say, well, God, why did you let Sergeant Stringer rape me while I was pregnant, while I was in the army? And I still deal with that 26 years later. I don't even ask that question. Did I ask it before? Mm-hmm. But there are things that happen to people every day on this earth. I don't struggle with asking those questions. I just keep trying to fight one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Not only do I have PTSD from being deployed, but I also have PTSD from being violated while I was pregnant. And then, does Ashlyn ever think the same child that I was pregnant with and sexually assaulted, that same child now has MS? Do y'all not think I'm like, God, ain't the child suffered enough? But I don't ask those types of questions because God is good whether we going through something or not. But I can't afford to ruminate and keep playing the same thing in my brain every day, all day. I can't. Or I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. She has way more to worry about in this world than MS. I say to her, like I told myself, MS will not be the thing to take. You know what? And I've said that too. What you could leave here some other kind of way. But I can't do it. I have to I have to think on things positively, and maybe one day it'll click for her. I'm not sure. And I understand her saying MS takes, because it does. But 3 years. I think one symptom Ashlyn has gained since her being diagnosed was numbness in her leg. This is the Lord's way, because only He died when her last day is. He already knows when, and it is how how it will go down right. She should focus on living her best life she can now before I've I done told Ashley, but every 3 to 6 months she goes through this. And we're on year number 3. Year number 3. Now see, the daddies don't deal with this stuff. They don't they don't know what these children thinking about. They don't know what these children talking about. Child, but it's always mama's baby, daddy's maybe. And he know them children his, but I'm just saying, it's always that. It's always that. Well, let me get off of here so I can take, what time is it? 7:01. I need to take my medicine so I can get my ass to bed, peel off a layer of skin. Y'all, I had put this on last night. The Josie Marin child. It was like I was stuck to the bed. I didn't want to get out the bed this morning. Cause I slathered this shit on. And this one I don't even think, yeah, it's got a little smell. But honey, it's just like That's why mommies are the MVPs, and we turn to y'all, cause daddies don't know. They don't. They don't know a damn thing. Now my daddy was different. I used to underestimate my daddy and think my daddy didn't know stuff. He knew stuff. And then when I would talk to him about it after I done got in trouble, he'd be like, "Why you didn't tell me? We could have took care of this long time ago." Boy, I tell you, Sonny was a mess. He was a mess, but he was my ninja if he ain't never get no bigger. Because when I tell you he would go to war for me, now yeah, I was adopted by my aunt and uncle, and I can't tell you one day that Sonny made me feel like I wasn't his own blood child. That's God in working. That Sonny being my daddy was God in work, in action. hmm But I don't know. Pray for the child. No, I said I was gonna ask for prayers because people like to pray on you instead of praying for you. So don't worry about that. Y'all can pray for the ice people because they not getting paid. Y'all stay blessed and stay safe. Mm.